So this is a special video in the sense that about a year and a half ago, a gentleman by the name of Tony, aka JP Wisco, made a video response. I believe it was to 4-leaf cards. And the video contest and the response to the contest was your most beautiful card. I remember I responded to this video as well with another of, at the time, my most beautiful card. But Tony responded with a beautiful homage to a certain card from the T3 Turkey Red set. It was a card that he did not own, but a card that he wished he owned and was very fond of, and gave a very heartfelt, nuanced, almost put himself into the card experience that still resonates with me today. I've watched that video actually multiple times. But it was in that video that I learned that that card existed. Now, I'm aware of the T3 set. I have one T3 of Kid Elberfeld that I've had for a few years, and it's one of the most cherished cards in my collection. But again, it was when I learned that there was a card in the T3 set that evoked such wonder, for lack of a better term, that I then became not only aware of this card, but a bit obsessed with wanting to get it. And this is a call to action from a comment, a response to my comment to Tony's video, and I'm going to put it right here. That he told me, I mean, the way I read it is that he required me, he tasked me, go out and get this card and make me proud. Well, Tony, I hope I've made you proud, because here it is. And let me tell you, my friend, as glorious as this is in images and online, it is that much more in person. I'm going to turn the camera around to give this a better view, but I wanted to look at you personally, Tony, and say thank you for inspiring me to want to get this card. And it's a bit surreal that I have this card in hand. So please live vicariously through me. And if you ever make it stateside, Seattle is not too far, considering from where you live. If you ever make it out this way, let me know, and I will personally meet you with this card in hand, and we'll enjoy it over a beer or two. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and we're going to look at this a little more in depth. All right. Okay, so here we have it, the beautiful 1911 T3 Turkey Red, entitled Safe at Third. Now, I'm going to put a link to Tony's video where he simply just muses for 3 to 4 minutes on this card. Not only what it looks like, but what maybe it would have been like at that moment, and the background with that lone smokestack, the industrial type background, just immersing yourself in 1910, 1911. It's something that I can't do justice, so I'll leave it at that, and we'll most definitely we'll put a link to that video. This is a checklist back. If you'll see, there is a few of them that are multiplayered or not player named. Trying to Catch Him Napping, number 44. Safe at Third, 46. 49, A Close Play at Second. Now, that being said, I took it upon myself, and this might have been already determined, and maybe it hasn't been, but I wanted to have some fun and try to figure out who is in this picture. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you, and I'll put a picture up here for you, is the image that this beautiful piece of art is derived from, and it's titled Beating the Throw at Third. And it's a photo by Brown Brothers, New York, and it's found in a book entitled Around the World with a Camera, which is published by the Leslie Judge Company in 1910. So this image is from 1910. Now, in that book, I did some research, and they were taken at the Polo Grounds in New York, all right? So that is where this image is from. Now, the background was obviously at the artist's discretion to make it not so obvious of where it was at, and they embellished, and I'm very happy that they did. But as you can see in the image, there is the stadium that it was in. So that being said, I know that this is, and I'm looking at my research here, so pardon me for a second. In 1910, this is Pittsburgh. So this is the Pittsburgh player, and this is the New York Giants player, and it's at New York. So in 1910, there were only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games that Pittsburgh played at the New York Giants. 3 of those were double headers, all right? So in those games, I looked at, and this is a play at third, obviously. I looked at every play, and I went into Baseball Reference and deep dove into any time that maybe there was a triple, any time that there was a stolen base, any time that there was an advanced runner that went to third. So I tried to eliminate games. And with that criteria, 1, 2, 3 games are eliminated because that didn't happen, okay? I wasn't able to determine exactly what day this was taken, but I was able to determine based on the criteria who these 2 players are. So on August 15th, in the one of the games, there was a stolen base, a third base by Doyle, better known as Larry Doyle, or Laughing Larry. And then Murray and Merkel all had stolen bases, and there was a triple by DeVore. On 8/16, there was a triple by DeVore. On 9/13, there was a stolen base by Bridwell, Doyle, and Murray, and Devlin had a triple. On the 14th, there was a stolen base by Becker. On 9/15, on one of the doubleheaders, there was a stolen base by Bridwell and Becker, and a triple by Crandall. And on September 16th, stolen base by DeVore, Murray, and Bridwell. So that was all of the players that this could possibly be for New York. Now, I determined based on all those games who played third for the for Pittsburgh, and that was Bobby Byrne. And I will give you an image right here of a close-up of the artwork, and then a photograph of Bobby Byrne. So that's who it should be. I'm not saying the representation is perfect, but that's who played third base during those games for Pittsburgh, okay? So the base runner, the gentleman sliding into third, just beating that throw. And again, the reason that I looked at also too is like look at where the throw's coming from. You wouldn't think that was necessarily going to be a triple because that would be coming from the outfield. So I took in consideration the possibility of a triple, but I was more assumptive that it was either a stolen base or a runner advancing off of a grounder. Could be those things, but I kind of just assumed that this was a stolen base. That being said, I believe that the runner that is safe at third is none other than Laughing Larry Doyle, and I will put his image from the card and a photograph of him as well. So again, this is not scientifically proven, nor this could already be proven, and I could be way off. I could have both of these players wrong. But based on my research of isolating the players from the games they played against each other in New York in 1910, that's what I came up with. So Larry Doyle is safe at third, just beating out the throw to Bobby Byrne. But more importantly, it's just a beautiful piece of art. it's in good condition. You know, it has the chopped corner. I really don't mind that. But you look at it overall, there's a little surface where you can see kind of some snow right there. But overall, it's just a vibrant picture. I'm a huge fan of the Pittsburgh Pirates uniforms of the day. I have a few T206s that I'm trying to procure that exemplify this uniform even better. Big fan. But again, just the overall beauty of this piece of art is just, it just speaks to me. So again, thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for making that video. Thank you for allowing me to, not allowing me, but just giving me the ability to know this card exists and to eventually procure it. And my offer stands, man. You come stateside, Seattle, we'll meet up, card in hand, and we'll enjoy it together over a couple beers. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you've enjoyed this beautiful 1911 T3 Turkey Red, safe at third. And I will see you on the next video. All right, take care. Bye.